Alright, this is a TFCon USA 2017 pickup, the PC-19 Perfect Effect Beast GORIRA Jr. set. And it is a 2-pack of, as you can see, tiny little Optimus themed monkey dudes, little monkey juniors. And yeah, they're pretty cool. You get the 2 little monkey dudes and 2 swords, which you can flip out the handle, and Beast GORIRA can hold them in his hand. He's right over here. He can hold these as regular sword weapons, like that. We'll get to some more weapons later on, but you can do them like that. They do store on the little pegs here on the back of his backpack, so you can store them back here as well. Oh, didn't show that high enough, but yeah, you can store on his back. And we'll get more into uses of these things, but for the base mode, there's the base sword mode that you get out of here. The little, as you can see, the little gorillas have little turrets on their back, and that's because they also transform into various weapons for Beast GORIRA. And so yeah, so here they are in the little monkey modes, and they got a little hinge and a ball joint at the shoulder, a swivel at the elbow, hinge. The head can look up and down. Their mouths don't open, but the head has a little bit of up and down posability. And that's about it. They're just little chunk dudes. And to transform them, we'll go ahead and take this one, fold it around like this on this ball joint, and rotate it around to the outside here. Same on this side. Before we clip them together, the arm comes in and around like that. You want to make sure that the outer side of the shoulder goes inside there, and then you rotate it at the swivel hinge, and you can see there's a little tab here that's going to peg into the hand here. And just kind of fold that up. Make sure to push that and click it all the way down into there. Otherwise, these halves won't push together properly. It's a little difficult to get them out, but thanks to Diecast from Twitter, who showed up, gave me a little Autobot ice tray, as well as this little plastic spudger. He's like, I don't know why people keep using screwdrivers, which you've seen me use in my videos. And I don't know why I didn't think of a spudger either. I'm aware of them existence. It's a little kind of soft, rubbery plastic tool that a lot of times are used for disassembling like electronics and cell phones specifically. And he gave me one of these. So thank you very much, Diecast. It's come in handy several times already since I've been home from TFCon, but you'll start seeing this in my reviews, because to get this out, it's a little difficult to get in there, but with a little plastic spudger, you don't risk damaging the figure, and you can pop the piece right back out. So from now on, instead of screwdrivers and random tools that make people cringe, we'll have a little safety spudger here. But yeah, so you rotate this up, in again, make sure it gets all the way in. And then peg these. You can see there's several pegs here that tab into appropriate holes on the other side, or corresponding holes, I guess. Appropriate, corresponding, whatever. And come together like that. And at this point, you lift this panel up, and lift this up, lift his head up all the way, open this up, and flip his monkey head in there. And there's a little tab here on the silver piece that tabs into the back of this, which locks into place. And there you can see there's a little rifle that GORIRA can hold. I'll go ahead and put that in one hand. Let's go ahead and bring him out. Put this little gun here. In this hand. Oh, no. Rotate the hand up. And there he is with one of them as a gun. The second alternate mode, but they both turn into the gun. They both have the same alt modes. This one will go ahead and we'll transform. Instead of turning him into a gun, we'll flip this up. Go ahead and hide his gorilla head here. And then you can fold this, I'll bring this down, fold this handle down like this, and extend the barrel tip, and now you've got kind of a Warhammer type weapon, which again can tab in. You can hold it at a couple different, if you flip this up, and hide it up in here. You can hold it at a couple different points, although it's a lot easier to get him to hold it on this lower one in his hand. But now his GORIRA Juniors have turned into both an attack hammer and a rifle, which is both really cool. And then either one of these, on top of those two modes, you can take this. Now you can do this just with the handle flipped down and tabbed in. You can take this and then slot it into these little, click it together. Have GORIRA hold the small axe, but what's intended to be used is you take this, flip it back up, tab it in up here. Take this, and instead of just flipping just this handle down, flip it all the way. These pieces are going to clip into these slots, and this is the only thing that scares me about it, because this can get a little thin, and I'm afraid that unclipping it might snap it eventually. But this locks in right here. You bring this down like this to extend the entire length of the piece, and then this piece right here that rotates around comes around this side right into that slot to lock this all together so it doesn't get loose and floppy just at the hinge. And then you take these together, you take the axe piece on this blue part here at the end, you can see it's a little slot. You can just slide it right on to there, and now you've got a big giant axe, energy axe, that also Beast GORIRA can use. And this one you want to have him hold it up at the upper tab is what makes a little bit more sense here, although getting that in his hand can be a little bit more difficult. That is heavy enough that Beast GORIRA's arm droops a little bit because they are insanely heavy here at the end. Okay, there we go. In this mode, but it's still pretty cool. I don't know how often I'll use the big axe. I like the idea of the two smaller monkeys becoming, yeah, see, it's almost so heavy that it's popping itself out of the hand here in axe mode. But so yeah, but I like the idea of having like dual matching rifles or guns and such. But it's a good little set. I was glad to get my hands on it because I really have been enjoying Beast GORIRA quite a bit. And having these little guys complement him is really cool. But yeah, the PC-19 Perfect Effect GORIRA Junior set from Perfect Effect.